Hello, this is Left Turn Productions, and back in February I made some predictions for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, like I always do every year. So let's go back and look on them and see how many of them I actually got right. So here we go. Prediction number 1, Kyle Busch will win the Daytona 500. He did not win the Daytona 500, but it is the closest that I've ever gotten to predicting the winner of the Daytona 500 because he finished second. Prediction number 2, Chase Elliott will make it to the championship round. Looked like that prediction would still be alive headed into the round of 8 with Chase Elliott doing pretty alright and making that big comeback at Kansas. 110 points back. He was 110 points back at the end of the round of 8. So yeah, it appears the racing gods themselves would not allow it to happen under any circumstance. So yeah, prediction 2 was wrong also. Prediction number 3, Kurt Busch will place higher in points than Daniel Suarez. That one was correct. Kurt Busch made the chase and Daniel Suarez didn't. Suarez had a pretty good effort though. Almost made the chase, but he still lost out to Ryan Newman. And now he's out of a ride. Prediction number 4, Penske Racing will have 12 wins combined. Another prediction where at the beginning of the season it looked like it was going to happen. Because Penske had a really strong start to the season and then they just fell off the map. They only had 6 wins, half of what I thought they would get. 3 of them were Keselowski, 2 of them were Logano, and 1 of them was Blaney. Prediction number 5, Matt DiBenedetto will win a race. I can dream. I love the I can dream part at the end, as in that was an unrealistic expectation, and honestly it was an unrealistic expectation, but it very nearly almost happened. Of course, we know the Bristol race, he was leading with 12 laps to go, and then got passed by Denny Hamlin. An absolute heartbreak, and a sledgehammer to that prediction. Prediction number 6, Clint Bowyer and Denny Hamlin will not make the chase. And just like last year, just exactly like last year, of course the person who wins the Daytona 500 is one of the ones I put on this list. So that prediction was incorrect off of day 1. And I can't believe that I did that 2 years in a row. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, next year I'm going to be a little bit more careful on who I put on that prediction. Prediction number 7, Aric Almirola will win 3 times. Honestly, these predictions are hilariously wrong. Like, so wrong, incredibly wrong. It's a wonder how I got some right. What was I thinking? I guess I thought Ford would continue their dominance, but they really didn't. Toyota and Joe Gibbs just kind of took over, and I guess I expected that to be a down year for them. Prediction number 8, there will be 15 different winners and 4 first-time winners. That one was wrong too. I was being too generous. We had, looks like 12 different winners and 2 first-time winners. No, we had 13 different winners and 2 first-time winners. We had Hamlin, Keselowski, Logano, Kyle Busch, Truex, that's 5. Elliott, Kurt Busch, Harvick, Jones, Blaney, that's 10. Larson is 11, and the 2 first-timers were Bowman and Haley. So yeah, 13 different winners with 2 different first-time winners. But yeah, if DiBenedetto had won that Bristol race, that would have been even closer. But yeah, whatever. Prediction number 9, there will be a flip at a track other than Daytona and Talladega. That didn't happen. Prediction number 10, Martin Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick will both fail to make the Final Four. I expected it to be a down year for Truex because he was joining a new team. But both Harvick and Truex made it into the Final Four. This is ridiculous. I've only gotten one of these right, and we're already halfway through. Prediction number 11, Joey Logano will not win a race until halfway through the season. The opposite happened. He won the 3rd race of the season, and then he won the 15th race of the season, and he disappeared in the second half. He did exactly the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. Anyway, prediction number 12. Jimmie Johnson will win one of the Dover races, and that's it. He did not win either Dover race. It's debatable on if the clash counts, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I said he'd win one of the Dover races, and he didn't. Prediction number 13. Alex Bowman will win 2 races and make it all the way to the round of 8. Bowman didn't quite do that good. He did win 1 race, and he made it to the round of 12. So prediction incorrect once again. I am 1 for 13, which is ridiculous. This is the worst I've ever done. Prediction number 14. One of the JTG Doherty racing cars will win a race on a super speedway. They got close a couple times. Ryan Preece, man, he had a couple really good runs. He had a couple really good finishes towards the beginning of the season in those plate races. It could have happened, I'm telling you. And if Buescher wasn't taken out of Talladega, he had a shot to win that one too. The first Talladega race. I guess he was taken out in both races, but you know what I mean. But anyway, prediction incorrect. 1 and 14. Prediction number 15. Ross Chastain will get at least 1 top 15, and finally, one of them that is right. Finally, 2 for 15 now. I can't believe I got this one right. Not only did he score a top 15, he got a top 10 in the Daytona 500, and I believe he also scored a top 15 in the Fall Talladega race. I think he got 14th or something in that race. He was in the top 10 on the final lap, I saw him, but he dropped a few spots. But yeah, I actually got that one right. Prediction number 16. Bubba Wallace will not finish in the top 30 in points. Look, I didn't know that there was going to be, like, exactly 30 full-time drivers. He had a horrible 2018. I didn't think it was going to get any better. That was just a ridiculous prediction. I shouldn't have made it. Prediction number 17. This one's kind of sad. On at least 2 different occasions, a driver on their way to their first career win will have the win slip out of their fingers in the last laps, paving the way for a dominant driver to win. And this one was correct. Because of course it was. All the depressing ones are correct. All the time. I should just make a bunch of depressing predictions for 2020 and I'll get them all right. In case you're not aware, this happened to Alex Bowman at Kansas and Matt DiBenedetto at Bristol. So yeah, those were the 2 instances where it happened. It only happened twice, though, to my knowledge. So yeah, that's depressing. Prediction number 18. Either David Ragan or Michael McDowell will finish in the top 25 in points. Incorrect, because Front Row Motorsports decided to field a 3rd car for Matt Tifft and spread their resources too thin. I think McDowell was the closest, and he was 28th or 27th in points. And David Ragan finished 30th in points. He was the lowest scored full-time driver. Prediction number 19. Kyle Larson will win just as many races as Kurt Busch. And that one was correct. They both won 1 race apiece. I don't count the All-Star race in this prediction. I was meaning to say points races. So yeah, I got that one right. And finally, this one was really close. Kyle Busch will win 7 races and the championship. And I'll give myself half a point for that one. Because he won the championship. Again, only the depressing ones are right. But I didn't even get it fully right because he won 5 races and not 7. He only won 5. He kind of disappeared in the second half of the year and then just came back at Homestead. So yeah, out of the 20 predictions that I made, I got 4.5 right, which is a horrendous score. I have completely failed predictions this year. Next year will be better. I don't think it can get worse than this year as far as predictions go. I'll be a little smarter with my predictions too. Obviously, I predicted Ford to have a really dominant season, and Toyota was the dominant manufacturer instead. I predicted Joe Gibbs Racing, everyone at Joe Gibbs Racing except Kyle Busch to have a down year, and of course that didn't happen. And yeah, I made a lot of weird predictions that just were way, way off. But yeah, hopefully I'll do better next year. Anyway, that'll be it for this video. This is Left Turn Productions, signing out.